Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Jade Maple. I thought we could do a little talk here about moon magic or lunar magic. So first, what is it? So let's have a little bit of a talk about it. So the moon is considered mysterious, constant, continually changing force that's captivated human imagination and spirits for centuries. Ooh, gee, hard time speaking. Um, but what exactly is moon magic or lunar magic? Okay, so lunar magic is a form of sympathetic magic in which the practitioners work their witchcraft and spell work in accordance with the natural phases of the moon. So basically, meaning like if it's a full moon, you might do some full moon magic. If it's a waxing moon, you might do a waxing moon spell or some type of magic. Um, Practitioners of lunar magic take the changing phases of the moon and prescribe them properties that assist different intentions and types of spells or rituals. From waxing to waning, each phase is given a magical correspondence that informs a witch's practice. Um, which, if you actually do some research, yes, it is a very true thing. Different phases of the moon do have different workings that work better with them. Um, Some of the correspondences stem from humanity's great history with the moon as a calendar, navigation tool, and symbol of fertility. Says now it may seem historically dense and even scientifically inclined, which it can be, but working with the moon is a choose your own adventure. It's a flexible form of witchcraft. Um, it can be as in depth and complicated as you like, or it can simply be about concerning with the beauty or rhythms of nature. So, practitioners do use the phases of the moon and their correspondences to give their spellwork or rituals a bit more power, or to simply remind them to shift their focus to different areas throughout the month. How you work with the moon is personal and unique to you. So some of the basics are there's 9 moon phases, which is the dark moon, the new moon, the waning, the dark moon, the new moon, the waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, and waning crescent. If you're going to use the dark moon or the new moon, it says magical intention setting, banishment spells, cleansing baths, and shadow work. Each of the phases corresponds with intentions, spells, and rituals such as banishing, abundance, shadow work, manifesting, times of release, and times of drawing things toward you. Which, in witches' practice, yes, those things are true. It says, with the new moon just a few days out from when this was wrote, is a perfect time to try your hand at lunar magic and dust off your old practices that has fallen by the wayside. A good many people may start using moon magic and then later in their practice maybe not use it quite as much. Not that it's not still just as powerful. They just may have moved to a different section or a different type of witchcraft. So it doesn't mean you can't still use it. It doesn't mean that it changed in any way. During the waning portion, work is done to release and banish what is no longer serving you. And just like the wheel of the year, once the cycle ends, it all begins again. So like the wheel of the year for the witches, with the moon going through the different phases, after it goes through the phases all the way, then it just kind of tends to start over. So if you miss maybe doing a spell you really wanted to do, maybe some happenstance in the world stopped it, that doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means wait until the next time that type of moon is up and then do the spell. So this is just different little ideas of, what moon magic is. I mean, it doesn't give you a full overview of everything because there's a lot encompassed in it. But it does let you know that lunar magic / moon magic is done by the moon and by its phases. Now, I do know that there are some, you can make moon water. I know that there are spells that are done during different phases of the moon. I know that some folks even make what they call moon. It's not just branched moon tea, but it is made during certain phases of the moon and then drank, and it's said to help the body with certain things. So there are different things out there. I mean, if you're really interested in moon magic, you would definitely have to do some research. Um, I don't work with moon magic as of yet. Um, I still have a bit to learn before I think I would step into that area. But yeah, definitely research any aspect of witchcraft that you're interested in. Anything from just what a witch is to what types of witchcraft are out there, because there are a good many types. Don't be fast to pick and put yourself under a type, though, because you may be more than one type. Um, like if I was going to sit here right now and look at myself and try to give myself some sort of title or some sort of area that I was interested in, I'd probably lean, and I'm not saying this is the only ones, I'm just saying this is the ones that come to head. I would probably lean towards like hearth witchcraft, green witchcraft, possibly hedge witchcraft, kitchen witchcraft. Those would probably be the areas where I would start looking for myself, simply because that is what seems to just draw me. Now, I don't know much about a lot of the other witchcrafts. Um, doesn't mean that I won't learn about them. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't, possibly give it a try. Just that's where I feel drawn to at the moment. And a path can change. Just because you start out one place doesn't mean that's where you stay. So keep that in mind. And like I said, if the lunar or the moon magic draws you, then by all means, do some research on it, read on it, see what happens. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this small little talk about lunar magic, moon magic. I hope it gave you a little something to think about. Because, like I said, there are many, 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 many types of magic out there. And I by no means am any kind of expert. I am, I guess, what they would consider a baby witch, a learning witch. So I have a long way to go, obviously. And I'm working on doing some of the studying and such like that right now, and building my book of shadows as well, or grimoire, whichever you prefer to call it. So yeah, and I don't know that I will ever be done learning as far as it goes, because one, I started later in life, and two, I just think there's so much information out there that you possibly will never be done learning it. So anyway, I mean, this is my humble opinion. Take it or leave it. However it suits you. But I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I hope you've had a chance to get out and enjoy some nature, even if it was raining. We went out today and we got soaked. So sometimes that happens. Um, but anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Until next time, blessed be, and I hope to talk with you again soon. Bye bye.